If you're a guitar player and you feel like you haven't gotten any better in a long time, I'm here for you. And spoiler alert, there's hope. As a guitar teacher, I talk to a lot of people who experience this, a plateau, stagnation, and it's not for a lack of effort. So what is the problem? Number one, we don't have the right tools to get better. And number two, we might be doing the wrong stuff. I'm going to show you how to get better faster with Songmaster Pro. Songmaster Pro is an app that was developed for musicians to get better faster. It allows you to listen to, learn, play along with your favorite recordings. This app has a multitude of features, from looping a section you want to practice or learn, to slowing it down to analyze it, to changing the key if it's in a different tuning or if it's not quite tuned to A440. It can generate stems, so you can isolate a guitar part or a keyboard part to learn it specifically. And then you can take that guitar or keyboard part out so you can be the guitar player in your favorite recording and play along to your favorite track as if it's a backing track made just for you. Let's take a look at this app and talk about what are we supposed to be doing when we practice. All right, you join me at the desk? Let's take a look at Songmaster Pro. So the first thing you're going to know when you open it up, it's either going to be empty or you're going to have a previous session open. So I'm just going to drop my WAV file in here, and immediately it starts analyzing it. I get chords recognition, I get sections outlined up here, I get the waveform, and pretty much everything that you need. And one of the things that I really like is how easy it is to use. I mean, especially with the trackpad, the scrolling, everything is just intuitive, exactly the way that you'd think it would be or you would want it to be. It's also beautiful to look at. I mean, from someone who's used Pro Tools for a long time, intuitive software that's nice to look at is a welcome change. So you might be in that same boat. So let's go through some of the functions. Right off the bat, you just hit the space bar. You got the song starting, right? So here's the song we're gonna work on. And I won't talk over it, but there's a couple features I wanna look at. First of all, you can change the speed. So I know there's a solo in here, so I'm gonna check that out. I can just grab this speed slider and knock that down wherever I want it to be, right? You can transpose the pitch. Let's say this was recorded in E flat, or maybe it's not quite tuned to A440. You can change pitch by semitones or cents. And there's even a key trainer option where you can take a chord progression through multiple keys so you can practice moving around the neck or changing the chords you're playing. So both of those are really, really helpful. And let's talk about why. Let's get back to the practicing. What's the right stuff? There are two things we're going to focus on today. One, be specific. And number two, focus on quality. Too many people spread themselves too thin when they're practicing guitar. They never really work on any one thing, or they try to play too fast, too soon, and the notes just sound choked or garbled or like not very good. So those are two of the things we're going to talk about. What's the right stuff to practice? Quality and be specific. So how does this help us do that? Well, one of the first things that I always look for is a loop control. And this one is really fantastic. So let's say we're listening to this solo, and there's a piece coming up that's pretty fast. Right here. That's definitely something that I would need to slow down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a loop here because I know it's right at this B chord. And all you need to do is drag and pull. And guess what? Because it's able to identify the BPM and set a metronome, every loop you make is a bar. No nudging, no fiddling, no finagling. It just gets it right. So I have a bar of this fast little lick that I'm going to work on. Now, I'm going to slow it down over here with the speed to see if I can work it out. Now, it's pretty hard to hear certain notes in the context of a band and work out a section. So this is where the stem generation function is really handy. All I'm going to do is go to the mixer session here, and I'm going to press generate stems. And I'm going to say generate. I'm going to do all 6 options. You got 4 or 6 options. Now, it's going to take a moment, but honestly not very long. So I'm just going to let it do its thing, and I'm not going to fast forward through this, and we're going to see how long it takes. Maybe we'll even roll that timer. It's generating 6 stems out of a stereo audio file. I mean, it's going to take a second, but it's not very long. Should I play the Jeopardy theme song? Oh, it's done already. Look at that. Okay, so maybe 15 seconds. That's pretty good. So I can't hear what the guitar is doing, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to guitar, and I'm going to press solo. I mean, imagine doing that with your favorite recording, whoever your favorite musician is, and being able to hear exactly what they're doing in your favorite song, note for note. I mean, that's such an aid. Now, I'll confess, I do know what these notes are. I didn't come unprepared. But that's exactly the sort of tool I use to learn a solo like this. It just so happens that this is actually my song, so I didn't need to learn it. I kind of already knew it. But you could see the value of being able to transcribe specific parts. So the other cool thing, and we'll get to this, is that at the end, when I work this up to speed, I'm going to turn the guitar off, and I'm going to play the track, and I'm going to play along as if I am this guitar player. So if you have your Eddie Van Halen or your Slash, your favorite musician, and you turn them down, you can be them in the band. How cool is that? So I want to learn this. I want to work this up to speed, right? And when I've got it, I'm going to put it back into the context of the band and see if I can play along a little bit. Now this brings us back to the right stuff. What's the right stuff to practice? Be specific. I have one bar, maybe 16 notes, like 16th notes, something like that, and I got good quality. I'm trying to play it. I'm trying to make sure each note is clear, each finger is placed correctly, the bend is in tune at the end. The quality is what I'm really working on. Not necessarily speed, right? But once you play that a little bit, you want to work it up. You want to move it up. So what we're going to do is we're going to use really what's my favorite function of this, what we're always getting to, the phrase trainer. So phrase trainer, I'm going to turn it on right here, is a way to slowly bump up the tempo. So what it's going to do is it's going to start me at 60% speed. It's going to end me at 100% speed. It's going to increase the tempo by 3% every time, or however many times. So in the interest of time, I'm just going to say one repeat at tempo. So what this should do is it should play me at 60%, and then 3% faster, and then 3% faster, and 3% faster until I get to 100. So let's see if I can do it. Here we go. Let's pick it up here. Still pretty clean. Oh, it's getting faster. I gotta focus. Ooh, getting sloppy. I'm not there yet. Sloppy. Let's stop it right there. I got to 95, I think. I'm about 6-7 BPM. Now, in the interest of quality, I'm not going to force it because I would just be making bad habits. So what I'm going to do is the other thing that I really like about Phrase Trainer, which is it allows me to choose when to move to the next tempo. Because that was too quick. I was sacrificing quality. No good. So we're going to start at maybe 75 this time. And we're going to say repeat at tempo 0. And what that means is that I'm going to tell it when to move forward. So there's 75. Next tempo. Feeling all right about that. Next tempo. A little bit more. Next tempo. that's 90%. I think that's it for me today. Like, I don't want to push it. I don't want to build bad habits. And that's something that you can take away from your practice, which is focus on quality. If I play that beautifully and smoothly at 80 or 90% and I can't play it at 100%, that's okay. I'm playing smoothly, beautifully, in tune, in time, with nice quality notes. It's okay if I'm not playing 100%. I would rather play beautiful music at 80 or 90% speed than kind of intermediate, hacky, not sounding great music at 100% speed. There's your what's the right stuff. Focus on quality. And you'll notice I only worked on one bar. 16/16 notes basically. That's a big enough chunk for me to have a good practice session. And Songmaster Pro is the perfect tool because it lets me highlight those pieces. So here's the last thing we're going to do today. I'm going to play the whole solo, but I'm going to play it slowed down, maybe 85% speed. And I'm going to play it with the stem of the guitar removed so that I can kind of make believe I am the guitar player in this song. Play along to my own backing track. So that's super easy. All I got to do is find the beginning of my solo, drop the cursor there. Phrase trainer is off. I'm going to bring this down to maybe 85% speed. I'm going to mute the guitar. Let's give it a go. Needs a little bit of practice, I think, but it's not too bad. And Songmaster Pro is really an integral tool in allowing me to work this up to speed. So what's our takeaway today? First of all, you can get better if you focus on the right stuff. And what is the right stuff? The right stuff is being specific about what you're working on. We only worked on a bar of music. And focusing on quality, slowing it down enough that you can work on playing great notes, great bends, playing in time, playing without tension as much as possible. If you can do those two things in terms of the right stuff, you will get better. And the tool, having the right tools to help you accomplish those things. I need something to help me slow it down. I might need something to help me isolate a guitar part so I can hear exactly what it is. I might need something to change the pitch up because I don't have a guitar that's tuned down a full step to D or drop D or something like that. I have maybe a record where it's just fluctuating out of A440. Maybe I need to make a chord chart for my band if we're doing a cover song. These are all things that Songmaster Pro is helping me do. And frankly, I spend less time fiddling about with software and other things that don't work because this just works. It just works and allows me to spend more time practicing, more time playing, and ultimately try to get better and try to get that up to 100%. So let me know what you think. If you want to check it out, use the link below. That would help me out. That would support the channel. But ask yourself when you're practicing, am I doing the right stuff? And do I have the right tools to help me? If you are, and you do, you're going to make progress like crazy. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week for another guitar lesson.